question, and also we should say thanks to the media for the coverage. Nigeria stands to benefit by encouraging and pushing more trade, becoming a bigger part of the multilateral trading system. And to do that, Nigeria has to produce more, add value to its products, and export more. Right now, Nigeria has 0.3% of world trade and 19% of Africa trade. I mean, you could see that as very small, but you could also turn it around and see it as a big opportunity to make use of what has happened with the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. So the WTO will support the country, one, with capacity building and technical assistance to improve the quality of the products that we export. We'll work with entrepreneurs, producers to make that happen so our products can access other markets, particularly since we need to diversify away from oil and processed agricultural products, and this needs a lot of care. So we hope to be able to provide that directly. We want to support women entrepreneurs because we have a part of the organization called the International Trade Center that has the capacity to train women entrepreneurs and help them access international international markets. Working with the Nigeria Export Promotion Organization, NEPC. And we've already started that with people who are processing shea butter and sesame seeds, where Nigeria is quite one of the world's largest producers. So those are some of the areas. We're also negotiating several agreements on e-commerce. The rules for trade underpinning e-commerce will assure a level trade playing field for the multilateral trading system. And you know, the technology platform you see in e-commerce is very important to our young people. So we need to assure that they have all the means to be able to access this. Finally, WTO is going to work with other international organizations that have access to more finance, such as the World Bank, the African Development Bank, the Asian Infrastructure Bank, and even the International Monetary Fund, to see how we can come together to help Nigeria solve some of the deficits with respect to infrastructure and other areas, and the regulatory framework for some of the trade areas, and then be able to be strengthened for bigger and larger trade, particularly on the African continent. So I feel excited. I feel we have great opportunities to do better, and we have to, because we have young people who need jobs. Thank you. The session, we are going to visit the Minister of Women's Affairs. We are going to have a session with women entrepreneurs and small and medium enterprises, as well as women business owners. What we want to do is two things. One, a lot of women already run businesses and they want to access export markets. But one of the things that they complain about is the quality of their products and access to marketing, how they can sell. So those two things, the WTO actually has the capacity to be able to assist them. And we've already done something. We've started with women and men who produce shea butter. And we've worked with a cooperative, and we've been able to assist them to increase their production, meet the quality requirements to use shea butter for cosmetics. And then they've sold 200 metric tons and orders for 500 more metric tons. So that's a specific example of what we can do working with women entrepreneurs. So instead of talking theory, I'm talking specifics of trying to help them with the products. We'd like to see the same thing with women in the fashion industry. You know, there's a huge demand for Nigeria's products, African wear and the fashion that we are so good at. And yet we've not yet really crystallized that industry in such a way we can export to the rest of Africa. So with this African Continental Free Trade Area, we'll be working with women and men in that industry to say, how can we help you systematize and standardize your product and be able to sell more? In other areas, we also need to look at the regulatory frameworks for what we do, and we can help strengthen that. So there are many, many areas in which we can work: agriculture, textiles, fashion, you name it. Areas in which Nigeria can diversify, we'll be looking at them.